Hey everyone, it's Jukebox, and you're listening to the Maritime Milsim Podcast, brought to you by Rav4 Canada, Tier 1 Scenarios, Jester's Tactical Sports Center, and Unanistan 3D Print and Cut. This week, Hooligan brings back Bricktop and Energy 1 from Command Bros, and James, aka Raza PB, to talk about the Nexus project. This week's guests are Dan and Jay from Punisher Paintball, and DZ All-Stars in Pittsburgh.
And welcome to episode 52 of the Maritime Milsim Podcast. I'm your host, Hooligan. With me today. What?
What?
Somebody was talking.
52.2.
Oh, yeah, it's episode 52, version 2.0. Because version 1.0 decided to crash on us, and we lost a really badass episode. And I wasn't bitter at all. I didn't throw anything at all. Anyways, like I was saying. So, I've got no Nightmare, no Guardian, but that doesn't matter. If anything, it's going to be a better show now.
I agree.
I got Jester from Jester's Tactical Sports
Hello!
Center, who is
Hello.
still trying to figure out that internal volume control. I've got James. I can't pronounce your last name, James.
Pretty dumb. It's French, and yeah, have fun trying to pronounce it whenever you do try.
Nope, not going to. You're just Raza. You're James or
Okay.
Raza.
We'll just go by James Raza then. There we go.
Raza. So,
Yeah.
Raza, we're going to talk about your Nexus project in a minute. I've also got, I got a full house tonight. I got Bricktop and Energy.
On the Command Bros, what's up?
Right?
What do you do?
What do you do? I like that. That was nice.
Yeah, that was a hell of a sound. It was great. And then we got, was it Jay and Dan from DC All-Stars?
Yep, that's right. And it's the All-Star.
Why don't you get theme music? We didn't get theme music.
He got a little cry in the background. Sound like somebody scratching a small baby's ass.
We got, sound effects.
Yeah.
Definitely budget sound effects. That's exactly what it
That's
is.
what the new kids on the block, so. I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the right stuff.
So we've got,
Get it? New kids on the block, right stuff.
Ba-dum-bum, Womp, 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 womp.
So yeah, we've got all sorts of people here. It's gonna be awesome. So let's start off with basically the core of what was supposed to be the other episode. James, or Raza, we're gonna go with Raza, is working on this ridiculously huge project called the Nexus, or which Nexus or Paintball Nexus or
Paintball Nexus.
He was leaning towards Nebula,
no, he wasn't.
I thought.
No, I thought you coined
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, you coined it, but you
I
can't
did.
use it.
It's like a
Yeah.
Star Trek
he
episode.
can. He's got to pay me a nickel every time he looks at it.
That's why I'm not looking at it.
Oh, every time he looks at it.
Yeah.
Nickel,
Only nickel? That
somebody's getting robbed.
must be little.
Yeah, Nickel will see the pickle. So James,
Wow.
kick it off, bud. Why don't you?
This sure.
Take it away, but why don't you talk about your project? Explain to everybody here what you're working on.
All right, so if we're just going to jump into it like that with no heads up or anything,
What do you mean, no heads up?
Hey,
You were here
James.
for an hour and a half yesterday.
I picked up the phone.
Raza,
Yes, yeah.
Raza, here's a heads up. Heads up, you're about to talk.
Oh, that's not what I meant by heads up, but anyway. Paintball Nexus, basically it's a one-stop hub for popular and uprising paintball media. So you got your YouTube videos, or the more popular ones, and the uprising, obviously. You have your podcast, example, Hooligans Podcast. You have your blogs like Forge Tack and Bunker Flashbacks, or yeah, we'll consider
Well, that counts as a blog.
Yeah, we'll count it as a blog. Then you got your magazines like
blog.
What?
He's just being a dick.
Yeah, I'll just ignore him then.
No,
Then we got
saying
Mag
animated.
Monthly for magazines and Paintball Media, as well as any other media sources that are made aware to my attention.
Like the Command Bros.
Yes, the command. Well,
Command
you would fall under YouTube, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, I
Yes,
guess.
we would.
Oh, they're everything.
Yes, we are.
So basically, the main goal is to provide one place for all paintball media. So rather than going to Facebook to read what one person posted on your podcast or the podcast you want to follow, and then go to Twitter and see what he posted there, and Instagram, it's all together in one place. It will literally be maybe 1, 2, maximum 3 clicks to get to the show you want, unless, of course, you got to go to the next page, but we're not going to count that. So basically, yeah, that's the main purpose of Paintball. I was about to say Paintball Media. Paintball Nexus. I have run into a small minor setback, which I'm hoping to solve by help of fellow players. So yes, I am swallowing my pride in saying this, but I am doing a GoFundMe. So yeah.
Well, you know what? The project you're taking on is big. Like it doesn't. Websites aren't. Yes, websites are free, but good websites, like big websites,
Or not free.
are not free at all.
No, they
This
take
podcast
time
is not
and money.
free, right? We provide this podcast free to anybody who listens, but you know it's not free to host this stuff. So you know what? Doing a GoFundMe is not a bad
It's
idea.
not a pride thing. It's not a pride thing. It's you want stuff to happen, right? So do it, and
Right.
people can step up and help.
Exactly.
They can be a part owner of it by helping you fund it. Isn't that how GoFundMe works?
No, that's Kickstarter.
Oh,
So you could do. No, I don't know if you could do a Kickstarter. No, I don't think you could. Anyways,
No, because there's no profits coming in from this, so.
true, but that's not a big deal. So, so what's everyone think? What do you guys think of Raza's Bring It All Together project?
It's about time somebody thought of that idea. One-stop shop. I think it's going to work.
It's the
work
Walmart of paintball.
Yeah, the Walmart of paintball. The Family Dollar of paintball.
Wait, what's that?
I was gonna go with the mall of paintball. You know, like that Uber
Oh, yeah,
shop, but your Walmart kind of I don't know cheapens it.
I don't know.
think-
I'm just expecting to go to the website now, find a lot of poorly dressed
You know
people.
what though? Cheap is good.
Cheap
Paintball
is
is
good.
kind of expensive, and that's why a lot of people,
Well,
kind of veer away from it.
how about low cost but high quality?
Too many words. Let's just stick with the Walmart of paintball.
Yeah. You make it. Paintballers aren't the smartest people.
Right. We get hit in the head a lot.
Right.
What means like a lot but cheap,
Like boxers.
like surplus, or you don't want to say wholesale because that intends that
We want I guess it's going to be like the Army Navy store of paintball. So would
There
it
you
be
go.
speedball, woodsball?
Right. It's going to be everything and anything.
like a paintball emporium.
Mm.
Ooh, now there's
That
a big
works.
word. Top shelf.
Paintball emporium.
Right.
You can use that if you put CD at the bottom.
Paintball Emporium.
Oh, the
Oh, you might have to change the name now.
Right.
So it's not Nebula. It's gonna be
No, we're not
Emporium.
going with Nebula. Stop trying to push
Nebula's
Nebula.
kind of like
I
nerdy.
just said we're going with Emporium, so we can all sit there in our flannel shirts and our little old man canes and eat Werthers and be like, "Hey kids, welcome to my Emporium of fantastic wonders of paintball."
Right.
Well, you saw some type of carnage.
Girls shop free on Thursdays.
It's girls' night.
Yeah.
Girls' night at the Paintball Emporium.
Right. No bra. Oh,
I don't think that is.
can I say that?
No shirt, no bra.
Rick, that's not how you size for a mask. That's not how you size her for a mask.
Right.
I shop.
Yeah, I shop there
I
all the
wouldn't
time.
buy anything. I just browse a lot on Thursdays.
Just on Thursdays. It's Thursday. What are you doing? I'm going to go down to the Paintball Emporium and just look at stuff.
Now, see how easy he said that? Paintball.
Yeah,
Rolls off the tongue. The Paintball Emporium.
roll up the thing, man. Right there.
You gotta have an
See,
extra
Raz, aren't you glad you
paintball
came here?
Emporium.
Your idea is shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Your idea is great, but it's crap.
What's crap?
The name, he's got to change it to Emporium.
Well, you
yeah.
see, Nexus is defined as a connection or series of connections linking two or more things.
What?
It makes me feel
That's too nerdy.
I like a phaser. Or, you know,
Right.
Because it's the textbook definition of it. I
You
was
need
just
that
reading it.
lithium crystals to use them.
Tachyon particles.
Hold on. He doesn't know what osmosis is, but he knows what a dilithium crystal is.
Exactly.
Hey, that's the point. You see what I'm saying?
Every time you'd walk in, it would just like phaser sound would go off. Deep.
Now we're all.
So,
All right, who's got the best phaser sound? Go.
that was sad.
That was our.
You're all winners.
The rectangle.
Use the phasers.
You're all winners in my book. You're-
What is this?
Book might be full
Slow
of loot.
pass? There only can be one winner.
No. The fact that nobody hesitated to make a phaser sound was just great.
I said Pirum a couple times.
Oh, that was one with an accent. How upper class of you, there, Mr. Energy.
Pirum. My good man.
There's other voices I'm not hearing about making phaser sounds.
Yeah, they're too cool for
No,
that.
I just
Yeah.
not a big phaser guy. I would go.
Let me tell you something about DC All Stars, okay?
Dun, dun, dun.
They're more actors than phasers.
They're a lot more competitive than we are.
Somebody's getting a phone call.
Bad phone, somebody. We're getting this. This is happening right now. Who's called?
Yeah, we're actually inside the Punisher Paintball, the store, and they're taking orders as we speak right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wicked. Look at that. We got everybody.
They're a lot more competitive, a lot more straight edge when it comes to the game. You know, and when we play, you know, we try to shoot and have fun. They play to shoot and kill.
Gotcha.
They don't. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime we have a problem, we have a question, we come to them because they really do know what they're talking about. But as far as like making phaser sounds, tank noises, passing gas, yeah, they don't do that.
They win. They win just some small World Cup thing, and suddenly they're the best thing on the planet and can't make phaser sounds.
Basically.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Pretty much.
We're not that jaded, man. There's always someone better out there.
See what I'm saying? So meticulous. We're not that jaded. There is always someone better than yourself. You know, something quoted.
Yeah, I was just the gooder one of the day, and that's all I can say.
Any given
Any given
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just had reign supreme. No, they're fun though, but honestly, like phasers, noises and stuff, they cuss at us.
We're just Star Wars.
They need to let their hair
Yeah,
down.
they're more Star Wars than Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay,
I mean?
then I want.
So Star Trek is a Canadian thing. Star Wars is an American thing. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's what she's talking about. That's almost. I mean,
Are
that's
y'all
more-
allowed to watch Star Wars in Canada? Or
No. Wow.
do they censor it?
What are you talking about? We live on Hoth.
Yes, y'all do.
Right now, I've got about 3 inches of snow on the ground, and it's still coming. So,
Wait, seriously,
Right
you
now.
have snow down there?
yeah, it's snow right now.
Oh my god.
Can
And I ain't talking about the white rapper.
I'm right in the snow.
Informant.
Yeah, we're really. And
You know,
we
right
haven't
now-
had a drop of it yet, so I'm kind of glad about that. But it's coming in about.
Yeah, it's been raining here.
Yeah. So keep
Well, that's how
that.
I started.
They call it the lake effect. Keep it up there. Because every time something comes down across those lakes from Canada, it's nothing nice.
That's because
Yeah.
we get sick of it and send it down to the States.
To the deep south.
Yeah, the deep south of Pittsburgh.
Right. Deep south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We built this country, goddammit.
So, Raza, about your Nexus project.
Yes.
It's not Nexus.
Sorry, the Paintball Emporium.
Right.
Nebula.
No.
You let paintball
VPN.
Nexus. That's what it should be called.
What was that?
Cloud. What did I say? Cloud Nebula. Paintball Emporium Nexus.
Either way. Yeah, so with the Nexus, the speedballers have PB Nation. Like, that's what every speedballer goes to. I don't know what the Woodsball guys go to or scenario guys go to, but
Oh, we used to have Spec Ops Paintball, and don't get me on that rant because I'll go for another half hour on that one. But you know what? We kind of don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
You'll have Paintball Emporium to go to soon.
We'll-
No, so Paintball Emporium, is this supposed to be just for Woodsball, or is it
For everyone.
just for everybody?
Everybody.
Everybody. It's all the medias. So
So
it
how
doesn't
would-
matter.
How would you target like the individuals on each side of the fence? Like, what's going to make them want to come to Paintball Emporium because that's the one-stop shop? Like, how would they know? What will be the catch-22? I mean, are you going to is there going to be like a small field in the back, or
No, it's a website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what you're going on about here.
Say Tron, guys.
Okay.
Oh man.
So say, oh, that's on that interweb thing, right?
Yeah, the interweb. You got to dial up to connect.
I think we confused them by the whole
Thursday.
ladies' night Thursdays.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
really. I was looking forward to that.
We could still do it. We'll
Step out overnight with anyone there.
Standing outside in the snow.
just every Thursday when you go to the website, it'll just come up asking for your age.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And a disclaimer. If you see your mom or sister in here,
Tell her I said
Stop
hi.
and don't.
tell her say good looking.
So, James, how are you going to try and get this out to both sides? Because if you only sell it to your Woodsball players, your Milsim players, it might trickle over to the Speedball world, but as much as we can play together, no problem, they don't normally mingle.
Well, first off, it's not actually going to be selling anything, so I don't have to worry about one person liking it more than the next. And other part is there's this really neat thing in this site that I'm trying to get a hosting on, which is called SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimizer. Basically what that does, basically what that does is if I set it up right and you're searching up, say, a Command Bros video, and then you see all the links pop up on Google, and one of those links might actually be a link to my website showing the Command Bros, and then from there you will go, hey, what's this website? Why is this here and not on YouTube? And why is it showing me YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other fun stuff? And then you'll hit home, and then it'll show you all the other stuff. And then from there, it just kind of snowballs. One person tells the next, and then the new guy comes along and is like, oh, I want to get into paintball.
And they
Where should I
tell
look at?
friends, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends.
And then they tell two friends.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I think it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. Like, it's going to be
Oh, yeah.
to keep it going, but I think if you put the time in, put the passion in, and
And the GoFundMe stuff, and everybody helps out.
right.
Couple porn links wouldn't help. Wouldn't hurt.
Right.
It wouldn't help at all, no.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't. It really wouldn't.
We don't mean like heavy porn neither, like Cinemax porn or something.
Yeah,
Soft porn.
Soft porn.
yeah the cable TV after 11, right?
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Not enough, but just enough.
Just gets the job done with less mess. You know what I mean?
Don't be completely satisfied.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. Scenes are just too short sometimes.
And not quite naked enough. But, imagination.
Oh, back to Paintball Emporium.
Yeah. Before we get into a whole different conversation there.
Right.
Right. That'll be
wanna
the late night show. I'll have to do one of those sometime. We'll just do a late night show with a big exclaimer on it, be like, "Don't listen to it if you're under 19 or 21 in the United States."
I thought it's 18 for us.
I don't know. I'm just going by drinking age.
What's your drinking age?
19.
Oh, wow.
18 in Alberta and Quebec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or 15 if you start in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where I lived, so it was like,
That's all of Canada.
Pretty much.
It's the last of the world of the Wild Front. Yeah, that place too.
Yeah, well, you know Canada is a tough place to live when, you know that Survivor Man guy?
Uh-huh.
He does that whole like 7 days thing. He tried to do 7 days in northern Labrador, and he only made it 3. And they pulled him out by helicopter because they were like, yeah, you can't do this. Like, nobody can do this. Come on out. So that's where we live. Not northern Labrador. I live in northern New Brunswick. There's more people and more drugs.
Unless, well, you live in like the murder capital of Canada, right?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 3 people die a year or something.
No, he said they got guns in this part of Canada.
No, there's just 2.5 people that die a year. Don't ask where the other half goes.
Right? Yeah.
That's the serial killer.
Well, I've been here a year. I've been in this small mountain town a year. Sorry, hill town. Jester doesn't call it a mountain.
Thank you. They're not
and-
mountains here.
Right? I've been here a year, and there's been, and this is a small town, and there's been, let me think, 2 knifings, 3 shootings, 3 murders, and a bank robbery.
So those listening to this show around the world, come to Canada. We're friendly, eh?
Yeah. Real friendly.
Drink beer and syrup.
Sometimes at the same time.
That's a hell of a drink.
Hey, James, you from Canada?
Yeah, I'm here in Canada, Ontario.
That doesn't count.
He's on the other side of the lakes from you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean Ontario doesn't count?
Ontario's
You
not
need
really Canada.
Do you need your passport to come to Toronto?
Yeah.
No, but y'all talk funny.
No. Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Do you need a passport to go to Canada?
You do? I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, do you need a passport to come into Canada, like from the U.S.?
Yeah,
Yes.
my brother just went on a bear hunt, and they go through, across the border. He needed a passport, so.
Oh, wow.
When they start that up?
A few years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, say the Canadians was sneaking across the border and shit.
Right.
Took all our jobs.
Yeah. No, that's the wrong direction.
Oh, my fault.
They haven't wall in that direction yet.
Yes.
They're stopping us at the border going into the U.S. and we're like, look, I don't have anything on me. I need to get across the border to buy it.
Right.
And they're like, no, Trump's hair said you got something illegal in there.
Trump's hair.
You guys think about what's the Canadian view on Trump?
He's hilarious to listen to.
Lovely hair.
Like, I watch the
Yep,
news.
very
and it's more
entertaining.
it's like watching the Comedy Network when he talks.
So, what would Canada do if Trump actually became president?
You'd see how fast our construction companies can build wall. No, actually, we wouldn't care. You'd see, like, the Canadian people would just sort of sit back and go, he's not here. We're, if they keep coming up, we'll just keep going north. They'll stop eventually.
Cue to play Iron Maiden's Run for the Hills.
I would think they'd be like, oh, it's a free-for-all in the United States now. You can do anything.
Right.
Yeah, or maybe we'll head down to the States. Everyone will just show up and we'll just be like, we're taking all your jobs. Yay!
Yeah, we're here for the purge.
Oh, the purge.
I can't
We're
wait.
going to annex the America.
Annex the America.
You guys will be
Maybe we'll burn down the White House again just for fun.
You got to get an army first.
Yeah, you guys came down to here for.
We have one.
You do understand? You
Hey,
Mounties don't count as an army.
No, they don't count. We burned down your White House with 2 rowboats full of Maritimers.
Yep.
That was it. That's all it took. 24 people.
1812.
We burned it down twice because the first time
It didn't work.
we weren't happy. No, it worked. We just were like, let's do it again because they're getting cocky.
Wait, is that
Well, that's supposed to be the
statistically
history
accurate?
they teach us. They don't teach us this history.
No, they don't teach you
I
that.
know.
We
Never
burned down the
heard
White
about
House.
The big bad Canadians.
We never heard about the big bad in anything in Canadian.
No, all you guys hear about is Laura Secord and how she made chocolates and she saved the war from going on any longer because she.
Actually, we didn't even hear that.
Who's she?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's how
I'm
bad.
sorry, you guys heard
We heard
Obama.
y'all landed on the wrong beach during D-Day.
That's
Never
bullshit.
went back.
It's the wrong beat.
We're Canadians.
It's the wrong beach. No. Now we're going to make it the right beach. We're just going to invade from the other direction.
Was it the wrong beach? We're
No.
all still alive.
Right.
Was it? Yeah, like Americans would know absolutely nothing about Canadian history. Unfortunate.
Which is funny because we know more about your history than we know about our own.
That's how America runs. We want everybody to know about us, and everybody else is insignificant.
I get, like, James, do you know who the first Prime Minister of Canada was?
Of course not.
No idea.
Do you know who the first President of the United States was?
Of course not, because we don't have a prime minister.
No, President.
Oh,
I
president.
can't say I do. I'm bad with history. I'm fantasized by it, but I'm bad with it.
You fantasized by it or fascinated?
Who founded
Fascinated,
Canada?
Who founded Canada?
I shouldn't be saying this because that's not politically correct, but it wasn't lost.
Why start now? Why start now, Brick?
Right. Who conquered Canada?
That depends on when you want to start with, because technically the Vikings showed up first.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Well,
people here before.
Canada as we know.
There was people here first,
Right.
Vikings everywhere.
and then the white people showed up as Vikings in Newfoundland, and they were like, this place is bad, but we're going home, and then they left.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
fun.
And then 1982, we set up a
And that's when we decided to set up camp, was in 1982.
When
Yeah.
Strange Brew came out is when y'all was officially a country.
Right.
Yeah,
That's not
exactly.
just a movie, that's a documentary.
I love that documentary, man. It's one of my favorites.
NCTV.
I'm telling you.
Second City TV all the way.
Right.
Oh, yes.
I grew up not even realizing that was Canada.
Did you ever watch Kids in the Hall?
Unfortunately, yeah, I did.
That was Canadian, too.
I know. Let's not talk about that.
Who's got the phasers?
That was Obama calling me.
He just does that. Calls Bricktop.
Like,
I told him I'm doing the podcast. I said, look, Obama, I'm doing a podcast. I'm talking about people in Canada. Hold up.
Yeah.
He's anxious because of all this stuff that's going on here.
Right.
Just let it wait. It always does. I mean,
You know, he likes talking to the command bros.
every once in a while.
Right. Interrupted the podcast. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Well, yeah. See, he's only allowed to be in for 8 years if he wins. Canada, our guy, if he wins, he can stay in forever.
I might need to run in Canada.
Said run.
Would you like me to be your almighty leader?
Well, the last one promised to legalize weed, so I don't know where you're going to go from there.
Everybody,
Crack for everyone.
crack for everyone in Canada.
Well, we do have free health care here, so that would work out fine.
Methamphetamine, get loose. Anything
So what
you
can we
want.
give them? Prostitution legal?
Yes,
Would y'all vote for me then?
it is legal.
Oh wow! Why
Well,
are we
sort of. It's legal to be a prostitute.
They got free health care,
It's-
legal drugs, and legal sex games. Why are we here?
Snow.
It snows.
That's why.
Canada keeps the
90% time from Canada, from what I hear.
Move to
I
BC.
can issue you like snowshoes and a sled when you're born.
Get a snow shovel when you're born.
Like, here you go.
Well, no,
Eat
no,
this.
that's part of your citizenship, right? So when you
Right.
become a Canadian citizen, it's like, here's your toque, here's your hat, or here's your shovel, and
It's your red flannel underwears with the pocket in the back.
Here's your case of beer. Have
Oh,
fun.
not one of those.
yeah, here's your case of beer. We know you're American, so take it easy.
So James, where did you play at?
I actually ref at a paintball field in Lancaster, Ontario. Aside from that, which is called General Splatters Paintball, I've been to PRZ, or Z, to please everyone out there.
Thank you.
I've been to Army Man Paintball up in Nova Scotia. I've been to Jesters, but unfortunately put me to work. So
Tell us about the Jesters. I mean, he put you to work. What happened?
we built a shelf.
Explode.
Yeah.
We built shelves, plural, not one.
Plural. We built shelves. Sorry.
Okay.
So
That doesn't
And you
sound-
got to see the fields,
yes.
and you slept on the couch.
Yeah, after I slept in the tent, and then Valkyrie gave you shit for that.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was funny.
Is this what we can expect when we come up?
Right, do we got to sleep in a tent,
In
boss?
those shells?
No. The house is on the land now, and see,
We
he
get
didn't
the
actually.
big house, boss.
Yeah, you guys can go to the big house. Wipe your feet.
Yeah, we living good now.
Living good now, boss.
Ain't better
Jesus.
table.
Hey, Chester, I got a question. Who was the girl with the red bandana in the pictures?
In the red bandana, that would be the lovely jukebox.
Tell Jukebox the Command Bro said hello.
Hey, Hooligan, you want to field that one?
Yeah, when she gets home, I'll let you know.
Back at her, back at her.
I didn't mean that red bandana.
The other one with
The other red.
The other red bandana. Oh, that. Yeah, the other red bandana.
Looking good, Hooligan.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
beard. What are you talking about?
I meant beard. Who was the guy with the red beard?
Oh, man. Okay,
What was I going to say?
Hey, why did he leave?
where did who leave? Who left?
Jester left.
Oh,
yeah.
his internet's crap.
He got that dial up.
So almost.
The AOL still, huh? We'll be on.
So, Bricktop, you guys working on anything? Anything new?
Well, it's the winter time, so we're the Command Bros, and because of the complexion of our skin, we don't like the snow all like that. So we will not be playing in the snow. Bricktop's trying to get me to play in the snow, but I refuse to do it.
Oh, I love playing in the snow.
Come on.
I might
Wait.
do it, but right now in my mind is no. So right now we're going to try to work on like advertisement sponsors, tutorials, things to get people prepared for next season.
Nice.
So,
We got a little movie we're working on that we did, the Undead event.
which I believe will probably never come out, but who knows? But
It'll be out.
I definitely do know that we're going to start doing like gear reviews and try to get people who want to start woods balling. We're trying to direct them in the cheapest possible way for them to have a good time and get the feel that they want. So that's basically what we're going to be working on for the next couple months until like the snow goes away, which hasn't came yet down here, but we know it's on its way.
Nice.
That's the agenda. Plus, we also want to try to set up a schedule where we can get 5 major paintball games that we can go to scenarios within either Western Pennsylvania or from Western to mid
USA,
Midtown USA, and then just try to get a schedule up and just try to get as much more involvement as possible to get it circulating and get people more on the bandwagon. So that's basically what we're going to try to do, but pretty much we can do it the way we always do. We just wing it and see what happens. But that's the plan. Doesn't mean that it actually will work out that way, but usually it does. It usually comes out pretty good, though. So
That's
and we're
awesome.
going to start practicing speedballing.
yeah, that's another thing. We're going to be working with DC All Stars. They're going to start really, critiquing us on our paintball skills with the speedball skills, which is a little faster, a little bit more aggressive, a lot more competitive, and we get yelled at a lot by them. I don't know why, but we do.
They treat us like you're not going to wear that, are you?
We're older than them, but they treat us like they're kids. Like, what are you doing? What is this? You're not going to use that, are you? And I'm like, no. I was just seeing what it looked like.
Yeah, no, I'm totally not. No, I'm not going to.
I put on this one shirt. What was it?
It was what was it? It was Patty. A bounce pad.
Yeah,
bounce pad, chest protector.
Now, look, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this will stop the paintballs from hurting. And he's like, yeah, you're not going to wear that, right? I'm like, no, I was just checking it out. Like, that's gay. We think that's corny as fuck. Yeah, like, real paintballers don't wear that shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, it just looked me muscular. I thought I was going to get it for my kids or something, you know? So, yeah, they yell at us all the time. They try to keep us in the right path.
Right.
And in turn, we try to bring that to people who don't know anything about paintball, and just, each one teach one. That's how we were brought up.
Right.
Nice.
So it's going to be we're expecting an explosively fun year next year, and that's how we're going to do it.
Wicked. Yeah, we've pretty much got the same plan here with the podcast. I don't know how many big games I'm invited to across the country. And they're just like, you should totally come out. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just hop a flight across the country.
Yeah, people don't understand. They act like we have our own personal command bro jet. Like, we are people with jobs and kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if I did have my own command bro jet, I would go anywhere. But
Never mind the jet. Do you guys have your own chauffeur?
Yeah, I'm him.
Yeah. Energy is the Command Bro chauffeur. I ride shotgun and DJ.
Yeah.
Right, designated DJ.
Designated DJ.
Designated. And selection sucks.
Well, since you're a chauffeur, do you know where to get one of those nice chauffeur hats?
Yeah, actually, I do. You can go to. No, I'm just playing. I don't know what he did.
Oh, speaking
God
of which,
damn.
James, I fully expect you waiting at the airport for me with a sign like written on cardboard in black marker
Shut
that
up,
just
shut up,
says,
shut up. Cardboard.
well, whatever.
Yeah, that's what they
No,
did.
I'm going all out on this.
Good. I
Yeah,
expect a full sign.
Don't
And
do
it
the
just,
airport because we can't afford
We
airplane
pick you up
tickets.
from the mega bus station.
Right. You can go anywhere from $1.
And your name
to
is
50.
written on a bag of McDonald's. And if you don't see it, your ass out.
Yeah. That's it. And if you don't have like those little stickers off, we might not let you in the car.
Right.
You know, the Monopoly.
Right. You need boardwalk.
if you ain't got boardwalk, you ain't getting in.
Yeah, boardwalk, we're not picking you up.
We do want to try to make a trip to Canada next year, though.
Right.
So
That'd be
that-
cool. We'll
that
have to.
But we're trying to pick a spot where it's like closest to everybody. So once we get up there, we can sort of have access. We definitely have to go to Kill House because that's our sponsor. But like we want to try to go to somewhere, you know, so we can go to you guys, check your field out, put you on a Command Bro show and stuff like that. It just works out better for everybody. The more places we go, the greater the paintball experience for everyone. So that's what we're really trying to do. Is it going to happen? It depends on, you know, the capital that we can raise or how much money comes out of my pocket.
Definitely. I think the best field to probably go to for if you want to like go somewhere and play somewhere that you've never experienced before. I don't know if you have that down in Pennsylvania, but like the field that James plays at is PRZ or PRZ. It's an abandoned, well, it's not abandoned, decommissioned military hospital.
That sounds.
To be clear, I've only played there twice.
Okay.
So this is like a close quarters game. Is all.
Well,
inside?
it's this huge compound, so there's outdoor fields as well. So it's on both sides of these buildings, and it's three main buildings. Two of the buildings are 3 stories tall. The thing is massive. On the outside is just these huge fields with woods and open fields with bunkers and whatnot. And then you've got these massive buildings that you can go up 3 flights of stairs and shoot out the windows down at people. The buildings are actually still used by the Army and by the police force for breaching training. So I was talking to the guys that own the field, and I was talking to them, and they said they'd leave, say, like on a game on Sunday, they'd all pack everything up and they'd leave, and then they'd come back later that week and find new holes in the walls. Because the Army just blew out a wall because they decided to blow out a wall.
We don't like this wall. We're getting rid of it.
Right? So it's
It's the
pretty
capital,
intense.
right?
Yeah.
Army. Where's it at?
Ontario.
Picton, Ontario.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
PRZ. It's type in PRZ paintball, and it's just an amazing field. I had such a good time there.
Have y'all been to Living Legends yet?
No, not yet. I plan somehow to get there next year.
So
Okay.
are we. We're trying to go next year,
And it would
too.
be kind of cool if we can like sync up and try to go on the same activity. You know what I mean? That'll be like really.
That'd be wicked. Yeah, man, if we all hit up Living Legends, because then it'd be us, you guys, Reaper, Aztec,
Wolf.
Wolf would be there,
He's
Slim would probably be there. You know, like,
Yeah, that'd be like an all-star. You know, a living legend. I think that'd be great for everybody to
just be
expand their networking skills.
yes,
You know,
be
get
just
to
wicked
know-
to shake hands and
Yeah.
see people, talk to them.
Shoot each other in the face.
Right? There's
Yeah.
no better way to learn
about-
somebody's
No
personality.
better way to meet your heroes than to shoot them in the face.
And you know what? I'm always getting shot in the face. I hate that. Like, I swear, it's like it's every time I go to a field, or actually,
His
it's just,
face attracts balls.
wait a second. Whoa, not that type of ball. But yeah, for some reason, you know, and I always get shot in the face, and it goes right through my mask, and it's always paint in my mouth. So that's like, you know, a consistent thing with me. At least that field was that.
What, Three Rivers?
Yeah, Three Rivers. That's just something that happens to me all the time. But I would like to, share this experience with you guys, but on the other end. So is it possible I could shoot you in the face with my balls?
I'm sure James wouldn't mind that. But yeah, it'd be.
Now listen, not only does the DC All-Stars Speedball but they also work out of Pittsburgh Punisher Paintball store.
Yeah, so let's hear about that. So Punisher Paintball, I've seen the videos, I've seen some of the pictures. It looks like a pretty wicked place.
What's that?
Punisher Paintball, the store. It looks like
Yeah. So we do like 90% of our business online. We do a lot of international orders. Brazil, Germany, all over the UK, pretty much, Europe. So it's fun because you get to you connect with all these people from all over the world who have the same passion you do for paintball, which is pretty sweet,
Yeah.
But other than that, the guys come in, we talk shop most of the day, and then hang out, have some good laughs over like customers that come in complaining or just talking bullshit stories about how they kicked everyone's ass at the paintball field one weekend. Like it's funny.
Right, and then you ask them, "Where's the video?" Be like, "Well, the camera wasn't working that day."
Yeah, exactly. Like you always hear this. This one guy comes in all the time, man, talking like ex-Army Ranger, talks all this shit.
Yeah,
and like it's just I know he's not a good paintball player, on the field, but he talks so much shit.
It's fun, really though. I like watching it. It's ever since we've been coming to Punisher, I swear it's a ball experience. We have so much fun down here. It's just cutting out bull BS. I'm trying not to swear because that's like every other word for me. But it's a good experience, and like this is one of the few paintball stores that I've been to that the people were just so interactive and down to earth, and I like that. There really weren't any too much like egos, like egos. You just they gave us everything that we needed. Anytime we had any questions, they were always more than happy to help us. And like now they're trying to train us to get speedball, and really I know they just want to shoot us.
Yeah.
But, they're disguising it as like, we should train you guys to speedball. They just want to obliterate us.
So in Canada, most of you guys order from Badlands or what?
It's a mixture between, say, like, Badlands is pretty much where a lot of the speedballers go.
Yeah.
For us Milsim guys, we'll order anywhere from Badlands if they got a really good deal. They've pretty much got the monopoly on the country now. Like,
right.
If you're trying to start an online business, you're probably ordering your stuff from Badlands.
Yeah.
Because they're the wholesaler, right? So there's things like Ripples Industries Paintball. They're a shop out of, I want to say Toronto. Maybe not.
I think that sounds right.
But they do a lot of their business online. There's a website just called CanadianPaintball.com, and then there's paintballgear.ca. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're ordering from Badlands or from the manufacturer's resellers. So.
Right. Yeah. See, that's how it is in the States too. Like you have A&S Gear, who has the monopoly, and like to be honest, we're doing okay. But ever since like the economic crash in 2008, like paintball took a turn for the worse.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're still doing okay, but we're not doing what we used to be doing, which sucks. But it's almost impossible to start up your own, online retailer or website for paintball because it's just there's too many big name companies already have the market, cornered.
Right. Odds are you're buying your stuff from your from your competitor, which
Exactly.
It's rough, and because of that, there's a lot of buying used and trading, especially here in the Maritimes, where there's like a group of, I'd say, about 150 of us that we all see on a regular basis, so we're all just trading each other's gear.
Oh, yeah.
So, or buying used off field owners, so a field owner will buy it for wholesale, and then they'll use it themselves or something, and then sell it for cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm more inclined to help out people who are, my, daily or, monthly customers. If I buy a gun for $1,000 and it retails for like $1,500, you're damn right I'm going to hook the guy up for like, $1,100, maybe $1,200, So
yeah, you got to make a bit of coin, but you're not going to take it to the bank.
But dude, paintball's expensive as hell, and it's not going to get any cheaper, anytime soon. So
no, and it's the worst part too is a lot of people they'll look at the sport and they'll just be like, oh well, I got a Tibbin for $100. It's like, well, that's great, bud. but you realize you have to buy cases of paint
Yeah, that's
every
what
time you
mine
go,
is.
right? Like it's
Yeah. That's
Wow.
why, like, it's real beneficial to own a field too, just because, that's where the money is in paintball. It's not in the retail anymore. It's in the fields.
It's in the paint.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, oh, for sure. And that's where I get into big arguments with people, too, because they'll just be like, well, that field charges $65 a case, so I'm never playing there again. And I'm like, and you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah, like
That's a steal.
that's a cheap. That's a good price for paint.
there's a field in PEI, small province, East Coast Canada. It's an island. It literally has two exports. It has potatoes, and it has tourism. That's it. And there's a paintball field there, and the guy's on the boardwalk of all the tourism stuff. Like, you're driving down the road, and there's hotel, a motel, cottages, and then his field.
Oh wow.
So, and it's right next to like a gift shop and the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum, and it's
Holy shit.
right. So you can walk to a campground from his field. So he charges something like $80 a case. But
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't realize is like his land, and it's not just a speedball field. This guy has like a full-size woods ball field. Like, this guy must be paying out the nose for land. Property tax alone would be insane.
So he definitely does not own the property.
No, he leases it,
Oh wow.
right? So when people are like, well, he charges too much for paint, I'm like, nah, man.
Dude, that's not even that bad, man. I mean,
Skirmish USA charges what, 100 a case?
yeah, we got places right around us. Like Three Rivers charges 85, maybe to 100 depending on the paint quality, and then you got Skirmish USA, which is like one of the biggest fields. They charge about $100 a box.
Right? And I mean, we've got fields up in Ontario where I live in the part of the country I'm in. $70 a case is expensive.
Okay.
$75 is outlandish. But there's places in Ontario where James lives that $120 a case is normal.
Jesus.
So it's ridiculous. And I mean, $120 a case? Yeah, I'm going to bust out the pump or the MagFit marker for that. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to buy a bag. Thanks, bud.
I wouldn't be able to play paintball if it was that much, dude, up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. We here in the Maritimes, we're pretty lucky. A lot of our fields, our land is cheap, except for Prince Edward Island. Our land is dirt cheap because it's forest.
Right.
None of it's developed, so it's pretty decent that way.
Well, yeah, because that's what you want too for woods ball.
Right. But what we don't have here is we don't have a legitimate, like, fully set up brick and mortar paintball store. There's not one in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, or Newfoundland.
Wait, so Hooligan, what field is like your home field then?
That's hard to pinpoint. So I technically live 10 minutes away from a field called JBC Paintball, which is, I mean, if I played at it more often, I guess I would consider my home field. But I'm a bit of a nomad. I typically won't play the same field twice in a row.
Gotcha. So you have no like affiliate. You're not like you don't work or you don't have any like real affiliation with a field.
Not really. The closest thing to that would be Jester's field, where I just sort of help him out every now and then when I'm down that way. But he lives 4 hours away from me.
Oh damn.
So I have no affiliation with any field, or except for Jester's. I'm technically, I don't know, he considers me a sponsored player, but like I said, I'm 4 hour drive away from his field.
Right.
So, but yeah, I have no affiliation.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, and it's funny because a lot of people will talk about their fields like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I will just tear it to shreds. Because
Yeah.
I've been to so many fields. I know people who play the same field every weekend, no different.
Yeah.
They might play 2 different fields in a year, and I'm playing a different field every weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
It's expensive, is what it is.
That too, man. I mean, I travel, so we'll do like, an NXL circuit, this event, or this past year it was 1 PSP event and then 3 NXL events. Next year there's 5 NXL events, so we have to practice. We practice at 2 different fields, one in Pittsburgh and then one like an hour away. and then we have to travel to all these different places. But like, again, like I wouldn't be able to afford paintball up in Canada just because of how much the paint is, and the availability of the equipment you have to buy from. I'm never used to paying wholesale, or not wholesale, but full retail rather for paintball equipment. I guess I'm kind of lucky in that aspect, but
He's spoiled.
yeah. I mean, if you guys needed help with any of your equipment or anything, man. I mean, I'm not trying to steal business from your go-to store, but I mean, I would definitely be more inclined to help you guys out.
See what happens when you hang with the Command Bros.
Yeah.
Networking just falls from the sky.
Yeah, that'd be wicked.
Great guy.
And if you mention Command Bros to them, you get a 10% discount.
No, you get no. What was it? What was it?
These guys can't even do it right.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about that, man. Just just hit me up or send us an email or whatever. Just be like, hey, Jay, it's Hooligan, or it's James, and I'll definitely work out a price for you.
See how he talks to us like kids? Yeah, don't worry about those kids. They're just over there.
Yeah, just go drink your juice box. Get out.
Right.
Is that what I'm drinking? Juice? It's pretty good tasting juice.
Just shut up and drink it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really have a go-to store. I mean, if I need something, I'll usually buy it from whoever's got a good price at the time. I have no loyalty that way. I'll buy from Jester because if I'm there and he's.
Oh no, absolutely.
But I can't really think of the last thing I really bought that was expensive. Actually, I do. It was a marker, and it was used.
Well, once you've been playing for so long, you pretty much have everything.
Well, that's just it. I'm just now in the point where I'm buying replacement lenses. It's like my regular purchase now. I'm just like, oh, need a new lens.
Now, what guns do you guys shoot?
Oh, Jesus, buddy. I've got access to Tippin 98 Custom, X7 Phenom, a Tip-X, a TGR2, Invert Mini. I used to have a Proto, but the solenoid shot in it, and I've just been too lazy to order a new one.
Yeah.
Thought I had another one.
Milsig?
Oh yeah, I used to have a 468, and now I've got a Milsig on its way. At least it should be on its way.
Yes, it's sending out tomorrow.
Good.
I finally got all the packing stuff.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's what I've got access to.
Nice. James, what about you?
468 with a broken lock bolt because I decided to open and try and clean it.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
That marker is not user-friendly to take apart.
Well, it's not that I had a hard time or anything. It's just the spring bounced around on me. Then I finally found it. Then it came out again a second time, and after that I just kind of lost it. So.
Lost the spring. The tiny little spring.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And
that's great.
The only other marker I currently run, which is kind of my pride and joy, is a Ram P99. So, her name is Haruhi. And Jester wants her.
Nerd. No, I'm just kidding.
The Rap 4 one? The P99 or?
Yeah, Rap 4.
Okay. Shit.
Nice. What are you running?
Hey, dude, I run either a Lux 2.0 or a Geo 3.5.
Ooh. Lux. Now that's something I wouldn't mind owning.
I mean, it's made right down the street from us. That's why,
Oh, somebody's got an order coming in.
Give me a call. Let's see what do we got here.
Woodhouse phone.
I'm gonna do this. Put it on speaker so you guys can hear. All right. Punisher's Paintball. Bullshit call, dude.
That's great. Oh man, yeah, no, I've lusted over the Luxes for a while.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot of Canadians that shoot them.
Oh yeah. No, there definitely are.
I think it's because of the cold weather. I mean, they seem to perform like they're like one of the highest grade markers anyway, but they're probably like the best in cold weather.
For sure. The cold up here, and the cold up here can be either like a dry cold or a warm, like a moist cold. It just depends on the day. So one day it can be freezing cold and the balls are just brittle, or they hit you and it's just they like froze midair. So.
Dude, I was talking to one Canadian last year, like in January, and he said it was. Don't quote me on this, but I think he said it was like -20 out.
With Celsius, though.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know.
We're American.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, it's the only time they get to play, and it's at this indoor facility, but there was no heat in the building, but they still played.
Yeah, I play at -20 regularly.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
I've played in a blizzard. That was fun.
That's
That's
the game
nuts.
where snowballs counted?
Blizzard would be fun in paintball.
That would be dope.
That was a different game.
Would be like really cool.
There was there was one game I played in a blizzard, and then there was another game I went back to the same field later that winter, and I ran out of paint, so the ref yelled out that snowballs count. And I took the flag with I tried to take the flag with snowballs, and lost miserably because I'm trying to run through like waist deep snow while throwing snowballs, and it's just not happening. It's a good time though, funny as hell.
That does sound fun.
Right? Come up to Canada. We know how to party.
Yeah, we'll be in Canada soon.
Yeah. Wait. They gave you guys told us what month to come in. It was like August, right?
For you guys, yeah, August.
Yeah.
August is probably your best month. Because, it's starting to cool down a little bit in August.
Cool.
So it'll be like...
They said it'd be extreme temperatures up there.
What's extreme hot for y'all?
I've seen it hit +40. Which, let me convert that for you.
Yeah.
It's 40
I'm
now.
sitting here like, what the fuck is that?
I've seen it hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
it
hot.
can go from 104 Fahrenheit to, I've seen it as cold as, let me see here.
You must have your little calculator out.
I've seen it go from 104 Fahrenheit in the peak of the summer to -40 Fahrenheit at the cold of the winter.
Yeah, that's cold as shit.
Yeah.
So it's
extreme.
That's our year. It goes from 104 Fahrenheit all the way down to -40, and then all the way back up.
All right, August is the thing then. August, September is a good date that we'll try to swing. And what we'll try to do is we'll try to do in between some big events. So it's like, because the place that you're talking about in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
That's the one with the base, the army base.
Yep.
Now, how far is that from you guys?
18-hour drive.
Wow.
What we said.
Yeah, I've done it before. I did it. When did I go? When was I last in Picton, James?
I was down your way in September, and you were down a few weeks after I was. So I would
October.
say, yeah.
Yeah, it was in October, and that was it's 18 hours of, if you just start to stop, it'd be 18 hours. But taking into account stopping because we drove in the middle of the night and trying not to fall asleep, so we needed a coffee every 2 hours. Took us about 20 hours of driving, 22 hours of driving. We drove up. We got there Friday morning. We paintballed Friday night in a night game. Slept, woke up, paintballed all day Saturday, slept, and left for home Sunday morning.
You Canadians don't fuck around, man.
No, we are either dedicated or stupid. One of the two. I'm not sure which yet.
Either way, it sounds fun, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would love to be able to do that. Like,
Well, I give you an example. Milsig's doing an event in Toronto. 10 days, 8 days, 9 days from now. So I have to drive 4 hours to the airport, fly out of Fredericton. I get in Saturday morning and I fly out Sunday morning.
You going to
Yeah.
here?
yeah, are you going to broadcast a show from there, or?
I don't have the equipment to do a live show, but I am definitely going to be taking some pictures and doing some video and whatnot.
Right.
And I'm stoked. I get to interview the director of Milsig. He's flying in from Taiwan.
Wow. We need that.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't just like totally botch it.
Bros.
Yeah, mention Command Bros and tell them we need a couple guns. Just a couple.
Now,
Just a couple.
out of curiosity, does the chauffeur count as media personnel?
Yes, I'll make you carry some of my equipment.
Awesome.
I'll be like, no, you
By
have to
the
let
way-
him in. He's my caddy. Yeah,
By the
because
way, what do you want your sign to say? at the airport.
Yeah, but that does sound awesome. Now, when you interview him, why is he in town? Is it just because of the event, or?
Nope. So it's because Milsig. It's going to launch in 3 days down in the States. Milsig is announcing a drum mag for their SMG, and it's a round drum mag. It's not like the box mag. It's a drum.
Wait, who are you meeting up with again? Is it Doug or no?
Well, no. I'm meeting up with
Milsig dude himself.
Nelson Lau.
Nelson Lau. And where's Milsig from?
So, as far as I know, I guess the guy's coming in out of Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
So, I didn't think they were based out of there. I don't know. Maybe he's just. I don't know what's going on there.
That's where the point's
Dude,
at.
I guess because like the guy that I deal with from Milsig, his name's Doug, and he's in the States somewhere.
Well, he might be part of Milsig, like the United States branch, because I know the guy that runs Canadian distribution. And his name is Evan.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'm thinking that this guy's coming from the actual like the plant,
Yeah.
like the people who design it,
Right.
build it.
Okay.
He's coming down. So
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, that is.
yeah, it's out of nowhere too. It's just somebody I know was asking if I want to do interviews, and I was like, yeah, I'll do some interviews. He's like, cool, I'm going to set you up with this guy. I'm like, who's he? Director of Milsig. Holy shit!
And all you have to do is just get there, or what?
Pretty much, I just show up. I get some time with the new gear they're announcing, take some pictures, do some video, try some demos, interview some people, and then I sit down with this guy.
Yeah.
So.
Play the chorus right. You can cut out a couple middlemen and work an angle for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him the greatest massage he ever had.
With the happy ending.
Hashtag whatever it takes. Yeah, no. I want to make connections. I don't want to make those kind of connections.
Right.
So.
But then again.
Yeah.
There's always a but.
We won't look at you any different.
We won't. As long as you come out with product. Don't be cheap.
Hey, look what I got, guys. I got a tech mat.
You're worth more than just a sticker.
No. How long have we been talking?
Now,
We're about an hour. We can keep going. Jay, Dan, fellas, let's talk. So you guys play the pro circuit or the semi-pro circuit, or whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
I've never had anyone on the show who does that. So give us some insight. What's it like?
It's pretty fun, dude. It's like, you really can't. It's like any paintball, like when you're lining up before the battle in like a scenario event, right? Like before the buzzard sounds or whatever. Nothing else matters. You're playing for your teammates, you're playing for your friends. All the guys on the team are like some of my best friends. So there's 10 of us rostered. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with the format or no?
Vaguely. Be honest, I haven't looked into it heavily. But
so it's 12-minute clock, running clock, and you play like race to 4, race to 5, or race to 7 format. So every time you win a game, you get 1 point. And if you win, like the mercy rules, if you get up 4 points on a team, you win the game. And then there's the overtime point, which is 3 minutes, and then it comes down to one-on-ones if you tie in the overtime point. So everyone loves it when it comes down to one-on-ones just because it's badass. It's one-on-one on a full-size X-ball field. And, the best shooters, are the guys that you send out. And, it turns out to be like really fun. It's fun watching. But I don't think paintball will ever be a mainstream or like Olympic sport just because there's not one focal point. You got 10 guys shooting, God knows how many different, spots on the field. And there's just, it's just too complicated for anyone who doesn't know paintball.
Yeah, I get you. Like it's like watching soccer or football. You can just sort of keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't, I know. I tried to show some people speedball, and it was just like this is competitive paintball, and they're like, how do you watch it? And I'm like, well, you got to look here, 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 and here.
Yeah,
And
man.
they're like, no.
Yeah.
So
It's tough, but it's fun. I mean, the different venues, like the first venue next year is in Las Vegas.
sweet.
So that should be fun. So we'll kick that one off, and then we'll see where we measure up. The first event, all we see is like where you're at with the other teams, because every teams come from all over. I mean, Canada has 2 of the top teams. They have Image, I think, from Montreal, and then they have Edmonton Impact. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with those 2 teams, but
Edmonton Impact, I've heard the name a lot.
yeah. Those are like the 2 best. Well, Image is the best, like I guess no D2. They're moving to semi-pro next year,
Okay,
but Impact's like one of the best pro teams in the world.
Yeah, because I always hear their name come up anytime we're talking competitive paintball. Somebody always brings up Impact's name.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, they're really fucking good.
So, but to be perfectly honest, like if you showed me a bunch of pictures of faces and you were like, which one's on Impact, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know what anyone. I've been like that with any sport though. It doesn't matter. I couldn't pick out a player for any hockey team. So,
Gotcha.
but that does sound pretty awesome. It sounds like it's like a
plus,
big party.
Yeah, plus you get to shoot 10.5 balls per second. So.
That's actually about the speed we play here. Like if you're doing a big scenario and you got an electronic marker, that's what they cap you at here is 10.5.
Oh, nice.
So,
Ramping or semi-capped?
Semi-capped.
Okay, yeah, ours is ramping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's nice. You know, it takes away a little bit from the skill of the individual player, but it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's 10.5 sustained.
Yeah.
You reach that point, and then it's just like, don't matter. It's going to go 10.5 until I run out.
Exactly.
So, now, yeah, I mean, some fields will play at, will allow full auto, but they'll cap it, which there is nothing scarier than going into a scenario game, and you're running like a mag-fed marker, trying to be all sneaky, and there's just like a pack of speedballers come at you.
Yeah, I don't know how guys play mag-fed in scenario events where they allow, speedball or electronic markers, because you're going to lose that battle every time, I think.
Unless it's a really, really big field and you got a lot of maneuvering room, you're going to lose. That's why typically I'll break out the mag-fed marker, play around a little bit. But if I find it's, there's a lot of speedballers, and I'll bust out the mini and, level up the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. You have to.
Oh, yeah. Now, because we've got a mixture of milsim and speedball players here, I want to ask a question, because this was asked yesterday. We did a recording yesterday, and of course my amateur system decided to just roll over and die on me, and I lost the whole episode. And luckily, everyone was able to come on this show. This is awesome. We had somebody ask a question, was the mercy rule. So let's say 10-foot or 20-foot mercy rule. Should it be a rule or a recommendation, or like a courtesy?
Recommendation.
A courtesy. We don't have it
Courtesy,
here.
yeah, we don't have no mercy.
We don't have a mercy rule here.
There's no mercy here.
Dude, so usually if you're an asshole if you get within like 5-10 feet from someone and you shoot them in the ear, or the neck. But if you shoot someone like 10 feet away in the pack where they're not going to feel it, but they know that they got shot there, I have no problem with that. But if you're going to be an asshole about it and shoot someone like right in the head,
I say no mercy. It is what it is. You can say, hey, I got you, mercy, but 9 times out of 10, that guy's going to start shooting at you. So.
No, so that's the other part of it is if, in the speedball circuit, I could definitely see shooting within 10 feet, because I've seen guys pop the snake.
Yeah, you have to.
Right? There's no mercy there. It's not like you're not going to be in the middle of a speedball game and like, hey, you're out. Like, it doesn't work.
That rule doesn't apply in the NXL format.
Right. It's got to be a break.
You're trying to hurt that other player. Like, that's just how it is.
So what I mean by the mercy rule is if how do I word this?
You sneak up on somebody in a bunker.
Right. So if he turns, if you go up to somebody and go surrender, and they turn on you and you fire, that's legit.
Oh yeah.
But if you get within 10 feet of somebody and you just open up on them, or
Yeah, you're an asshole.
You at least got to give them the chance to surrender.
okay,
Now, if they don't, then they got to accept the consequences.
okay. So you guys are in favor of having a mercy as a you
If
give the
that's-
mercy.
If that's what you want to do, that's how I look at it. If you
Yeah.
want to be like, all right, this is how for me the mercy rule is: if you catch me off guard, you're going to catch somebody and they're going to know that they're beat. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, you got me. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to catch them like that. I mean, they're going to pop at you or you're going to pop at them. It's always going to go down like that. Just expect it. Like I've seen people get snuck up on and. There's a time when the guy's basically point blank and you're looking the entire way.
Well, I've been in a shootout and we had to be 5 feet from each other.
Yeah.
And the only reason he gave up because I guess it hurt more than it hurt me.
That was the last. Yeah.
That was the last game. The only reason
Yeah,
he gave up because it hurt him more than it hurt me because I wasn't going to quit. He just kept firing and I kept firing. And then we gave each other dap and he walked off the field.
My whole thing is nobody's going to die, so why not?
Okay, because we were looking at it as
New players coming into the sport.
yeah, new players coming into the sport and stuff, and the argument was how do you tell which one's a new player and not, right? You could have a brand new player who is completely decked out in their older siblings' gear, so they're decked out in everything with a brand new marker, and they look like they've been playing for years, and then you could have somebody's been playing for 20 years who they're using the same marker that they bought 10 years earlier, and they just look like some guy who rolled off the field, but in fact they're just
and
so
that's
good.
exactly what I'm talking about. I don't have time to determine where you're at in paintball. If you're out here, it's a learning curve, bruh. I'm not going to sit here and look at you. I mean, unless you're a little ass kid, like
we wouldn't do that to kids.
Yeah, little kid. Hey, Mr. Energy. Oh, no, Mr. Energy. But if you're out here, you're out here. I'm not going to be like, well, you know what? Looking at your marker and your pants, maybe I should. Nah, man. If you're out here, you're getting shot. And I look at the same. Like I said, I get shot in the face all the time. All the time. I don't know who shot me in the face was a professional paintballer or he started just that day. All I know is that paintball reached my mask and I was out. It's a learning curve. That's what it is. So if you run up behind me, and I had a guy run up on me, and he was like, free surrender, blah, 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 I would have shot him. But he just so happened to be on the same team. But, you know what I mean? He gave me that option, but in all actuality, he really shouldn't have.
Okay. But you're all in favor of at least giving the option, not
Yeah,
just...
if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? But if you don't, I'm not going to be mad at you. I understand. Now, if you're right next to the guy, you can't, he's facing the west. And you come up on the east side and he turns around and sees you, you're like, yo, I got you. He's going to be like, you got me. But, if I see you coming and we're shooting it out and I'm, I got you some bunker. No, we're going to have to shoot this one out. Because the worst case
I don't
scenario.
feel like walking back to the spawn point.
At least by myself, you're walking with me.
Right.
Everybody's getting wetted up with paint. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the whole reason why we're out here, to play Army. And to shoot each other up. Yeah, the paintball's hurt for a reason. That's why it's funner than playing just saying pow, pow, pow. It's funner because you get hit and you really know, like, oh, okay. And every time you get hit is every time you get better because now you know what's exposed. Okay, I need to tuck my leg better next time. I need to get smaller, make a smaller package behind that tree. But if you don't look at it from that perspective, you're not going to get better. So, sometimes pain is the best teacher. I tell that to my kids all the time when they mess up.
Okay.
This is a whole new conversation compared to the last one.
Yeah. The last one went a little differently.
Yeah.
Right. The last one,
A little bit
in all
more.
honesty.
They were more a little bit caring and sharing.
Come on, Joe.
No, it wasn't. It was a full heated debate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because one guy was saying that under no circumstances do you give a surrender.
All right, I can understand that.
You take the shot, no matter what. I said, okay. I said, what if, and then he brought up the scenario of he was in a game, and he was up against a bunker, and then somehow another player got to the other side of that bunker, and the other player yelled, all right, surrender.
Bunker, bunker, bunker.
Yeah.
And I guess he ended up going no, and just they duked it out. And my thought process was, if somebody manages to get to the other side of the bunker as me, and all that's separating us is a inch and a half of wood, I would, now just me being me, you got that close to me, you deserve to have an out, but I'm that close to you. So in my mind, we should both walk off.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You know that's not going to happen.
So we shoot it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, I would offer the option. You know, I would be like on the other side of the board, and I'd yell out, I'd be like, okay, how about we just both call ourselves out because this isn't going to end well.
See that now you sound like the kid in the schoolyard talking about, you know what? I really don't want to fight you. You know, you might as well just duke it out.
Well,
he'll respect you in the morning.
Yeah, he would.
Now, see, I would give that option. I would be like, okay, let's call each other out because this is going to go one of two ways. Either,
yeah, but you got to look. If somebody took all that time to get to you, they're not going to call themselves out.
Honestly.
And you didn't shoot them?
Yeah,
they're not going to call themselves out.
Yeah, he's been stalking that bunker for a minute. He did a lot just to get to you. Honestly, I'm not going to give it up to. I mean, don't get me wrong. You have the right to do that.
No, that's what I mean. And if he doesn't want to give it up, that's fine. I'll fight for it.
Right.
But I'm the kind of guy I'm going to give you the option. If I say, how about we both call ourselves out and we, shake hands, he goes, nope. I said, all right. And so then I come over top the bunker.
Now listen to what you're saying. You're saying the guy's going to stalk all the way to the bunker where you sneak up behind you and be like, yo, do you surrender? And you're going to be like, hey, why don't we both surrender? And he's going to be like, yeah, that sounds fair after I just came across the field just to kill you. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, that just doesn't sound real.
Has that ever worked?
I don't know. I've never let anyone get that close to me.
Well, I think it depends mainly on the size of the bunker, because the one that we're talking about, I believe, is the town hall, and that actually is pretty big. I think it's, 15 feet by 15 feet?
Well, hell, if I knew that yesterday.
That's a shootout, man.
That's a shootout. I'm not yelling at somebody being like, hey, you guys need to surrender. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well just shoot it out, man. Just shoot it out.
Okay, no, 15 feet.
You're out there. And at the end, because 9 times out of 10, you're both going to end up shooting each other. All right? So you both have to walk up either way. So either way is still satisfactory for both parties. Hey, you shot me. I walked all the way and I killed you. Yeah, but I shot you too. All right, now we can walk back and have this cool-ass story and shit. Right. But instead of like, hey, man, give up. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to give up. It's not going to work like that. There's no satisfaction behind it.
How would that look in front of your woman?
Yeah, for real. She's like, he's a bitch-ass motherfucker. Okay. You gave up to this 10-year-old? Tell to cross the bushes?
Okay, now what do you think of fields having a mercy rule, and I mean a field saying at 10 feet you got to offer the mercy, like that's the field saying the rule is at 10 feet you have to offer it.
Yeah, that's fine because they're catering to the new a beginner player.
Right.
They're catering to the new player. They don't want them to have a shitty experience.
Right, and that's where our argument started yesterday. Was I was in favor of it. I was saying the field needs to say this is the rule. Yeah. You have to offer the mercy.
Sure. Talking scenario events, though, I think you're playing for points. You're playing to win the game. I think it's
It's too much to think about. I mean, personally, if the field says, hey, there's a 10-foot, I would respect that. You know what I mean? Because that's what they want. But if there's not, I'm not using that 10-foot courtesy. Now, don't get me wrong. I very seldom will run up on anybody more than like 5-10 feet and shoot them. You know what I mean? But if they're around the corner and they startle me, they don't know I'm there. You know what I'm saying? It's a gun. It is what it is. But like, I don't really purposely try to shoot people at a close distance. But if it's a bunker dude and it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to shoot it out with you. I personally will not take the mercy. It's going to be shit. Unless you really caught me off surprise,
Dude, I get bunkered all the time, or like I'll bunker other people all the time, so it really doesn't matter to me how close you get, Yeah. I earhole guys, or I'll try to earhole guys.
See, these guys are a lot meaner than the command reps.
It's that speedball thing.
That speedball is they're punishers. We're players. We like to play and have fun. They will punish you.
But yeah, hooligan, I definitely think fields should have the 5 or 10 foot mercy rule for sure.
Yeah, just like that's what I was thinking for that new player. Because if I'm playing against experienced players, like let's say I go up against Command Bros, I know I can run up on them because I know if I nail them from less than 10 feet, they're not going to quit playing. But you get that brand new player, they have no idea what they're doing. They're excited. They're confused. Their lens is fogged up because they got a rental mask. And I run up on them, and I'm less than 10 feet, and I just run up and be like, bam! That's right, I'm a better player than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
they're
that's
not
cool.
going to want to come back.
Yeah, and that's cool, and I can respect that, But like, I'm just saying, if somebody runs up on me and shoots me, I'm not mad about it. And then when I'm out in the field, I really don't gauge somebody. All my firefights have been at least, 50 to 150 feet. I really don't run up on a bunker or anything like that. People have done that to me, but that's just not the type of player I am.
I'm just too lazy to run up on a bunker.
I've actually been practicing that.
Yeah, I like to sit in the woods and I like to get you through the leaves and stuff like that. When I start shooting you, I like you not to know exactly where I'm hitting until it's too late. Like a lot of people, I like a bunch of weeds and thick bush and all that stuff in the woods.
Come up to Canada.
Right.
We've got all that in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to put that joke.
But yeah, I do see it happening sometimes, depending on the field that you're at. How the bunkers are set up, or the barriers, they're kind of closed, and I watch people shoot it out. But if the field decides, I don't necessarily think that they absolutely need a. Let me put it to you like this: I think the 10-foot roll is cool for like free play because you do have a lot of noobs. But during scenario games, I think that people know exactly what they're getting into.
Yeah, okay. I can take that.
Yeah, I mean, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Your scenario.
Now, how heated was this last conversation?
Well,
Fairly heated.
The thing was, the last conversation was with somebody who does a lot of YouTube videos, and he said that. How did he word it? He said, when I'm out
versus
playing...
a regular, he will take the shot. Against someone he knows is new, he will offer the surrender, but if he sees them so much as Twitch, he will take the shot.
Jesus.
Right,
Wow.
but he mentioned something about his videos. He said that he's got to make
Who's that? Jack
videos.
watch his videos.
Yeah.
Huh?
You can look at their videos.
Well, if Paintball Nexus was up already, I'm burning myself right here.
I don't want to mention names because it's that...
Controversial?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It was Nightmare. And
Uh,
because you know what? If the episode had worked, it would be online right now. But he mentioned, he was, if they Twitch, he takes a shot. So
I watched that. Go ahead.
No, it's just like a person's natural reaction is to like flinch a little bit if they see someone, come around the corner. Doesn't mean they're gonna pull up their gun and shoot. But I mean, if that's how that guy plays, like if I ever was on the field with him, like that's, I mean.
I watched Nightmare's video, and he never came off like that to me. He seemed more like a stalker.
I believe it's more, for the term Twitch, it's more you lift your gun from the ready to the firing, looking over
you
your
go
shoulder.
to spin. You go to spin. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
but I'm shooting that person too. Then
that's where I agreed with them was if somebody comes up to me and they surrender me, I'm just gonna bow my head and be like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
If I know that they've got me, but if somebody's just like I said, like 15 feet away, just being like, you need to surrender. No, we're going toe to toe.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Yeah. Exactly what I'm saying. If they pass me and it's like, okay, you got me, that's obvious. It's like, I'm not going to sit there and try to retaliate. But you're not going to scream across the room and be like, surrender! That's not going down.
Yeah.
Right? It's as long as I have enough room to dodge a paintball.
Right.
I'm shooting it out.
Because my first experience paintballing, I ended up getting domed in the back of the head from, I'd say, about 5 feet away.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
and it hurt like hell. And I mean, that's my first game. It was brutal because I went up against somebody who played competitively, and I'm sitting there with like a piranha and no idea what I'm doing.
That was your first mistake, bro. Buying a piranha, dude.
No, that wasn't me buying. That was me renting. That was like a friend's birthday party.
Like sound like a paintball gun. You went in there with goldfish.
And so I think I've got a bit of a soft spot when somebody's just like, if you run up on someone and just fire as soon as you see them without offering a surrender, it's just sort of, I don't know. I think it hits a nerve with me just because this guy was competitive and I was obviously a rental because he watched me rent my gear.
Well, see, that was the problem with old paintball. Now it's time to embrace the newbies.
Yeah.
Not torture him anymore.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I took the hit, and I was just like, okay, that sucked. But I played rugby, so I was like,
Yeah.
Did you
I'll
get
keep
the
doing this.
motherfucker back or what?
I tried so hard. But I was just like going at him with like a semi-auto piranha that was jamming. And he's just like, hey, look at this. Whop!
Yeah.
Pat, pat.
Look, Mom, no hands. Yeah.
Right, exactly. He's just like, I'm like, like ruffling in my, trying to get my pod to go into the
Penitentiary.
into the hopper. I'm like spilling paintballs everywhere. He's just like firing one-handed while just like freeloading. It's just like, this sucks. I can't get anywhere near this guy. So, oh well. But that was, the argument yesterday was more heated. But I like how this one turned out. This was nice and civil. It was fantastic. Not that the other one wasn't.
Add to this conversation before we change subjects. Well, as I mentioned before, I ref at a field, I play at that same field, and that field's main goal is to get new players into the sport. So it's always walk-ons, there's always new players there. I'm always making sure that they're shooting, we say, don't shoot closer than 20 feet, expecting them to cross at least 10 feet into that. So it's still giving that kind of safety barrier. So then we can say, hey, you shot closer than 20 feet. Just be careful next time. At least you were 10 feet or closer kind of thing. But because of that, it is so ingrained in my playing style that I never go closer than 10 feet, that I never will take the shot by default. It will always be come up to the person, scream surrender, and a couple times at PRZ I did that to a group of 7. That group of 7 did not know I was there, and then all of a sudden I was lit up. And it sucked, but that's
Dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't have surrendered.
Don't surrender groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was only aiming for the one person, but then there was like 6 people looking in the other direction, and they all turned around at the same time. It's like, fuck.
They all would have got shot at the same time.
Yeah.
No. You don't surrender groups.
When I got into it, I came up on a guy who just made a guy surrender. Then he seen me and rose his gun, and we just started shooting through a window at each other.
Well, I remember I had one game and this is a prime example of not offering a surrender, actually, because we just both found out we were there. But the only thing separating us was a bush. That was it. Somehow he snuck up on me, and I sort of snuck up on him, kind of thing. I don't think either of us really knew that we were there. And then I heard like a twig break, and I was like, And I sort of stopped, and I heard paintballs rattle, and I just unloaded on the bush.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
kind of have to.
Right? And then he unloaded on the bush, but it just shredded every paintball, so we actually didn't get each other. It was just, we're both like yelling at each other and just firing away, and it was just ridiculous.
See, the worst part is like when something like that happens, it's like, get out, like I shot you, get out, but they never hit you, and then you got that on-field argument going on.
Yeah, no, we weren't like arguing with each other. It was just like a lot of shooting at each other through the bush because we couldn't see each other. We just knew we were there.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then we both stood up and could touch each other. That's how close we were. Like, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But, oh well, good times. Now, I don't know, you guys got anything else? Because we're running at an hour and a half, which is usually about half an hour.
It's usually long for your job.
Yeah. We'll come up with some other shit in like 2 months, and let's do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let me pen you in. Oh,
yeah, pen us in, bro.
I'm gonna have to go buy like an actual logbook now.
You might have to become a professional.
Oh God, no!
Professional.
I'm not ready for this. No. But yeah, we'll do it again. We'll do it again in 2 months. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's
Cool.
perfect, dude.
Fantastic.
February, we're looking at James. February, right?
January. No, February.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be February.
It'll start. No, it's still cold as well.
No, but we'll still be playing. We'll be going to this indoor place. So.
Sweet.
See, we're the kids. We have no idea what's going on.
You're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Right on. So, guys, you wanna plug anything? You wanna?
Plug punishers for me.
Okay, of course. It's Command Bros Energy One, also known as Death Card. We're gonna plug Kill House Weapon Systems up in Canada, because we love you Canadians, and of course Paintball Punisher, PB.com. Exactly is our sponsors from the United States down here in Western PA.
He said pb.com.
PunisherPB.com.
PunisherPB.com.
And the DC All-Stars.
And the DC All-Stars, Jay, who's like my dad, even though he's way younger than me, and Dan, who's like a mean-ass grumpy uncle, and they yell at us all the time. This is the Command Bros. Thank you for having us.
We forgot Badlands Paintball.
Badlands Paintball. Here, take it up.
Mission Master Scenario. And all you gay.
Enola Gay Smoker Days. Whenever you feel like getting smoky, use Enola Gay.
Did you think of that one all by yourself?
Yes, we did. As we were smoking. And a shout out to, I hope this isn't the a shout out to Behind the Bunker because they show a lot of the Command Bros stuff.
No, man, Behind the Bunker's cool. I like them.
Yeah.
They're good guys.
Shout out to the whole Behind the Bunker crew, Todd, and the whole nine.
Nice. James, you got anything by?
Basically just plugging myself here, Paintball Nexus, if you feel like helping out. If you feel like helping out, even donating a single $1 will actually help. I would pay for it myself, but times are rough right now. Hopefully once this project's all done and set up and everything, it'll work the way it's supposed to. It'll help get us new players into the game and help other players connect with other players. Other than that, if you're in Toronto on, the 13th of this month, feel free to stop by DEF CON. Is it DEF CON?
Are you asking me like where the event is going to be? Yes, DEF CON Paintball, Mississauga.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, and come say hi to myself, Hooligan, and yeah, I forget the other two that you mentioned are coming.
Blake and Guardian, that's who it is.
So, okay, there we go.
We'll all be there. It'll be a good time.
Well, everyone who matters anyway. Nightmare's not going to be there.
No, he's
well,
not.
We definitely, the Command Bros will definitely not be at DEF CON on the 13th, but it is Command Bro recommended and Command Bro approved. So
that's all we needed right there.
That's all you needed, bro.
That's all you needed. You know what I'm saying? We definitely know it's going to be fun. And when we do come up to Canada, everybody will let you know that we are going to be up there. And
we're going to hunt Nightmare.
It's going to be a big party. Hopefully we don't have to build shelves or anything. But
no, that's he only does it every once in a while.
Okay.
I feel slightly obligated. Yeah, I'm saying that right. Feel obligated to mention Jester's event, which is Hoth on Earth Part 2, which takes place on February 13th.
Too, Hoth on Earth.
Yeah, that was a cool time. We real quick, he had a game last year. It was his first opening game. He opened his field in the middle of the winter, and it had snowed a ton. So his actual field that he wanted us to use, ended up being unusable. There was too much snow. So he busted out the snowblower, and he had this big field, and he just made trench networks that were only about 3 feet tall. So if you're on your knees, your chest and higher was exposed. So everyone was like belly crawling. You'd lose them for like 2 or 3 minutes, and they'd pop up on the other side of the field on you, and it was intense.
Yeah, now that sounds exciting, man. If he could actually he should try to figure out a way to schedule that like into an annual game.
That's his plan.
Because
we're always giving Jester secrets away.
I know. Somehow we're always giving his secrets away, but yeah, that will be like a significant like thing to actually pull people from the States to come up, because I would actually do that.
Yeah, it's just going to get bigger and bigger every year.
Right. Yeah, just
awesome.
The Star Wars theme itself, like Hoth on Earth, makes it sound like, ooh, I want to go. So
I've been bugging him about.
Keep talking. One of you just keep talking.
I've been.
Oh, for the love of God!
If he can actually implement and push that into like an annual game, all he has to do is figure out, the guys, when you guys get the most precipitation, and schedule us to dig those trenches, man, I'm telling you, if he builds it, I'll come. People will come.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, definitely. Because that sounds kick-ass. Hoth on Earth, up in, Jester's Field, that'd be great. I bet you people will even be dressed up as like snow troopers and shit.
Yeah, I kind of want to get dressed up.
Yeah, see, just the word hop. Like, oh, I would be cool. I'd be a snowtrooper with my little, you know what I'm saying, my little paintball gun. That'd be great. I would definitely do that if I knew how to stay warm.
Don't worry, for our American brothers and sisters that come down, we'll strap a heater to your back with a car battery. You'll stay warm.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Sweet.
But,
Okay, cool. I think we're going to kill it there. I think we're going to end it here because we're pushing like an hour and a lot.
yeah, an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good stuff. There's
Right.
no dead air. It was fantastic. So, Command Bros, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
And we'll
Forget your
catch
name,
back.
Jay and Dan from DC All Stars.
DC All Stars.
That was a really awesome like surprise guest. That was really cool.
Hey, yeah, we'll do it again, man.
Absolutely. And James, thanks for coming on again and talking about the Nexus for the second time.
My honor, as always.
Sweet. All right, fellas. And for everyone listening, thanks for tuning in and downloading or streaming this. It much appreciated. Send us a message on Facebook or on Instagram, whatever. It doesn't matter. And, tell us what you think. If you don't like it, that's fine. I want to know. If you do like it, I also want to know that. So hit us up. And everyone, until next week, everyone, cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Later, bro.
Cheers.